Kilpatrick School is an additional support for learning school in Clydebank. And so for many years we have been making with the children ceramic beads in the art class, and we thought they would be quite marketable and we liked them, so we started making our own jewellery and had quite a bit of success. In 2013 I was reading a magazine, and there was an article on Awamu, and I read about Emma Scullion and the work that she was doing at that time, and had been doing for a few years already in Kampala, with orphaned children and the women's associations that were working with the orphaned children, and women taking in up to 12 children and staying in what's really just a room in the slums of Kampala, and what these women were doing to look after the children. And Emma Scullion was there as an aid worker in Kampala, and felt strongly that she had to do something to support these women because they weren't getting any support. They were supporting one another. And the article really touched me. There was a little girl called Julia who was featured. Julia's story inspired Emma to start Awamu. And when I read Julia's story, I was moved, and I thought we need to work with Awamu, because we were looking to change our enterprise and to develop it. And social enterprise is big in Scotland and growing in Scottish schools, and it just made sense in our context, bringing global education together with the enterprise, and for our children to have the opportunity to learn about children living far away in another country.
My name is Dins. I'm 15 years old. I'm being supported by Awamu. I live with my dad and my brother. We are three in the house. My dad runs a small laundry which is at home. Here people bring clothes for washing. The money is little.
They are selling the beads, helping them, but also helping the kids here having a future. So there was very much a parallel between our vulnerable children, if you like, and their future. So in Uganda, okay, it's hard to get an education, but even once you're through that education, there's quite a lot of unemployment. So we've been really focusing on trying to fan the flames of entrepreneurial skills and business skills there. The same is true for the pupils of Kilpatrick School. There's not a direct path for them to go to work afterwards. Just, so I never kind of really understood how amazing it was going to be from the beginning. They've really embraced our children. When I first came to the school, I was completely amazed at how embedded Awamu was throughout the school. Every class that I went to, they knew our children's names. They knew they'd been watching the videos of our kids. They had every drawing I'd ever sent had been shared around the school. They knew the life stories of lots of the children we work with and lots of the women. It was completely amazing, and just seeing it in every class, so in art and design, in craft, in maths, it's just been amazing to see how it's been embraced in every area of learning.
We're feeling that there is so much that they learn, both by the manufacturing of the beads and then the making and the designing, the making of the jewellery, and then running the shop, where it's not just the jewellery, but we've developed a whole lot of other ranges of products as well. And running the shop, checking the stock, and customer service, and learning how to use the tool. So all of those skills, whether it's retail, manufacturing, we've got a marketing wing now as well. But then our young people get to S6, and we know the reality is that they don't go on to work. So we've created a whole world of work context, but we know that for most of them, this is as far as it goes. It doesn't go any further. So our dream, the staff at Kilpatrick School, for many years we've dreamt of creating something that our young people can carry on with. It's also known that young people with additional support for learning needs need a bit of extra time. And so to create a context that they can continue to develop skills in. And we had to get votes to get funding from the One Family Foundation, and we were successful. We got nearly 600 votes from our community and so we were awarded £5,000.
So we kind of have been plotting and planning today about what's next. So we want to create a workshop for continuing to make things, and then our big plan is retail domination. No, we want our beads, our necklaces and bracelets, these beautiful things, to be sold throughout Glasgow, Scotland, and in Kampala. So we've got kind of a joint campaign so people can all over can support the futures of our children.